Those are our judges. Final fight of the afternoon session in Ring B. Taking a while to get that head guard fitted in a way that he's comfortable with. Very important that it is, not just for safety, for comfort for the fighter, because the last thing you need is some kind of distraction from an ill-fitting head guard. So a great way to finish this afternoon session in the super heavyweights. We've got Uzbekistan up against Kazakhstan. In the blue there of Uzbekistan, that's Jakhongir, Zokirov. And in the red, representing Kazakhstan, Amanat, SABYRGALI. Zokirov of Uzbekistan. Boxing out of the southpaw stance, SABYRGALI. An orthodox fighter, early stages. A little bit of fencing with the jab there. Zokirov looks to go to the body. Decent right hand that from SABYRGALI. Short with the jab there. SABYRGALI. SABYRGALI's taking the centre of the ring for the most part. Just about. Minute into round one. Left to the body, then a left up top from Zokirov. Another left to the body. Chopping down with the left hand. Zokirov just having a good little spell there, 20 seconds or so. SABYRGALI climbs into a combination, taking on the gloves, and Zokirov manages to come back effectively. Decent left hand again there from Zokirov. He just picked his punches slightly better of the two. Looking for a right hand lead there, SABYRGALI. Good jab there from Zokirov. That just crunched into the chin of the Kazakh as he came forward. SABYRGALI's bringing plenty of pressure here. Looking to really get on top of Zokirov, use that front foot pressure. And maybe towards the end of the round, it's just beginning to show a touch. Zokirov just presenting a couple of gaps there. A little bit more of an opportunity for SABYRGALI, but the left hand of Zokirov gets through. And the scoring punches, the majority of them in this round have come from the Uzbek. I don't think there can be any real doubt about that. Good 1-2 again there from Zokirov. Right hand was round the back of the head from SABYRGALI. Bell goes at the end of the first. And Zokirov gets it 10-9 across the board. A touch of frustration, I think, in the corner there for SABYRGALI. He was trying to get things going, but it just didn't quite happen for him. He was looking to make things happen, but that proactivity in the end kind of counted against him, because Zokirov was happy enough to let him try and make the running and just respond to what he was doing, and he responded well. Left to the body. The 1-2 worked nicely. A couple of decent jabs. Kept it simple. Didn't look to do anything expansive. Maybe SABYRGALI was just a little bit over-eager there. It's a big occasion, this.
Round 2.
So into the start of the second round, Jakhongir Zokirov of Uzbekistan has taken it 10-9 with all 5 judges in that first round. So plenty to do here for Amanat SABYRGALI of Kazakhstan, the Asian youth champion. Zokirov in the past has been an Asian junior champion. And young though he is, finished second in the Uzbek Elite Championships, and that is some achievement. The #1 at super heavyweight for Uzbekistan is, of course, Bakirdar Jalolov, who's turned pro, but early in his pro career won the Asian Championships, won the World Championships in 2019, has qualified for the Olympic Games. Good jab there from SABYRGALI. He needs this second round now. That was a decent right hand from SABYRGALI as well. He's just looser in this second round so far. I think he's just relaxed a bit. The opening round, he was maybe a bit tight, a bit tense. Really wanted to try and force the issue and put his stamp on the fight. Fairly even this through the first half of the second round. Zokirov, slightly tired look about him as he threw that left hand, wandered in behind it. These are big, big units, remember. It's a lot of weight to carry around. That's a decent combination. Right to the body, left upstairs there from Zokirov. Zokirov just keeps pumping those hands out. Good jab there from Zokirov. Final 30 seconds of the round. He's been busy in the second half of the round, Zokirov. He's just kept letting those hands go. Blood coming from the nose, though, of the Uzbek fighter, just spraying over that ring canvas. A fair bit of it dripping down, actually, by the look of it. Left hand into the stomach there of SABYRGALI, sucking the air in there, Zokirov. Right hand, but then a left hand, couple of left hands there from Zokirov. Scoring of that second round is going to be absolutely critical. Zokirov had a good finish to it. It was more even through the first half of the round than the opening round was, but he worked really, really hard towards the end there. Just kept working those hands, just kept throwing that 1-2. And it took it out of him there, you can see it. It was split scoring, and he's got it with 3 judges, Zokirov, so he's in control now still. 2 points clear with 3 judges, level on the other 2 cards, so there's a lot to do here for SABYRGALI. He's got to convert those 2 draws into a win, and he's got to turn around one of those 2018s as well, which will not be an easy thing to do. But that shift that Zokirov put in towards the end there, that's proved to be important. I don't know how much he'll have left for this third and final round, but in this kind of fight, when you're up against your closest rivals, you can usually dig deep and find what you need to find.
Third round.
So into the start of the third here, and it's Jakhongir Zokirov of Uzbekistan in the red, who has got his nose very much in front, leading by a couple of points on 3 cards. Amanat SABYRGALI of Kazakhstan in the blue. Well, he's got to convert 2 drawn cards into wins for him and then try and turn one of those other ones around, which is going to be difficult to do. And the big Uzbek southpaw there in red, just pumping out that 1-2. That's what he did towards the conclusion of the second round, which I felt got his nose in front, got him 3 scores in his favour in round 2. Up until that point, it was pretty even, it was pretty level, and SABYRGALI really needed that second round. Zokirov, though, does look fairly spent, some blood coming from the end of the nose. Again, just leaning in, looking for that 1-2. He does lean a long way in as he throws at Zokirov. SABYRGALI trying to get hold of him on the inside. He's just never really found a way past that kind of languid-looking southpaw jab left hand. SABYRGALI, he's really struggled to get inside it. Zokirov has just thrown it again and again and again and again. And he turns around, he turns there, Zokirov, and he has a point taken away, and that's, well, it's a standing count, in fact. It's a standing count, which is better than having a point taken away. Originally, I saw the thumb there of the referee, and I thought it might have been a point for turning and showing his back. A point deduction would be damaging. SABYRGALI, though, with the standing count, that doesn't necessarily mean that this will turn into a 10-8 for him, not by any stretch. You know the nature of AIBA scoring by now. I will continue to explain it over the next week or so, but I think you're with me on it. And Zokirov is absolutely dead on his feet. And SABYRGALI's got to summon something up here, final 30 seconds, and just give it everything he's got, just put it on him as much as he possibly can. Zokirov he's struggling to stand up. Trying to move at the waist, trying to dip at the waist, and down he goes, just through absolute exhaustion more than anything else. That's a good combination right at the end there from SABYRGALI. 10 seconds remaining. And Zokirov, as I said, he is out on his feet there, and he wanders back towards the red corner. And given that he had that lead, 2-point lead with 3 judges going into the final round, you'd imagine that he's done enough. SABYRGALI needed to win that final round, and he needed a 10-8 with one of those judges who had it 20 points to 18 heading into the final round. He did get that standing count, and Zokirov towards the end was, well, he was spent. He was absolutely done.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the bout number 146 in the rugby, win on points by split decision. From the red corner, ZOKIROV, Uzbekistan.
Zokirov gets it by split decision. As I said, that final round was a struggle for him. SABYRGALI scored the standing count, and Zokirov towards the end there, well, he was barely able to stand up. He was so exhausted, but he did enough in those first 2 rounds to get it. SABYRGALI got it 10-9s with 4 of the judges in that final round, and that converted